What's going on, guys? Dan Kale here from Liquidation Pros, and you probably just saw a clip of the warehouse, a liquidation load that I purchased from Target. I'm super excited about this load. It was a really good deal. And going back, one of the #1 questions when I post these types of videos of showing the different inventory I got is, how did you buy that? Where did you get it from? How can I get into that? Today I'm going to try to help answer the #1 question, which is, where do you buy that from? So I use a company called B-Stock. It's very well known. If you Google liquidation, you'll see it. I'll show you that. I'm going to take we're going to jump my computer in a minute. And then later on in this video, we're actually going to go to the warehouse and go through this inventory that I purchased. So it's going to be like a 3-part video. We're going to see how to buy the stuff, and then we're going to go check out the inventory. Just want to make a quick point that this is going to be just a quick walkthrough. Typically try to keep the videos under 30 minutes. This one will probably be a little bit longer. Give you a quick idea of how to do it. If you're looking for more information on that, if you want to learn more, I do have a guide. There'll be a link down in the description where you can purchase a guide that will go into more detail of how to purchase liquidation. But here's a quick little tutorial on how I do it. Let's jump on the computer. And the one thing I do want to say about this is, because people are going to say, you know, why you're giving away your trade secrets or you're going to flood the market. My response to that is that's absolutely crazy, because if we just type in liquidation, I'm actually going to open an incognito window to kind of make it, and we'll type in liquidation there. Okay, so this is going to give us a more realistic. So we have liquidation.com, and then alright, so if we just type in liquidation pallets, you have bulk these are advertisements: bulk, liquidation.com, and B-Stock. So B-Stock is one of the top 3 as far as ads go. Then you have liquidation.com, direct liquidation, and then B-Stock. Where and how to buy Amazon pallets, B-Stock here. So obviously B-Stock, if you're doing any kind of research, is going to be one of the top results. And what B-Stock is consider B-Stock like the eBay for buying and selling liquidation products. So it's an online bidding platform that they're charging these sellers a commission, a monthly fee. It's basically a service. So they're like the middleman, and they're going to be the online platform that you use or can use to buy liquidation products. I like them because they have all the big, you name it, that's on there. Amazon, Sears, which they've pretty much gone out of business. As you can see here, here's a couple that are highlighted: Best Buy, Revlon. So they have all the big players on there. And what you should know is that when you're buying from, say, Walmart, you're buying it directly from Walmart through B-Stock, as B-Stock being the platform. B-Stock does not house or own or hold the inventory. Walmart's the one that created the post and is selling the product through B-Stock. So that's why I like it. I will say the pricings have continued to go up, especially during COVID, but it's still a good solution for finding inventory. Now, one link that I have as a bookmark is basically bstock.com/marketplaces, and this will show you all the different marketplaces that are on B-Stock. I'll put this link down below. So, you know, BJ's, Best Buy, Costco, I'm just naming a few, Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, what you do want to do is, if you do become registered, you will need a reseller certificate, reseller license, sales and tax form. It depends on what your state calls it. Maryland, we call it a resale certificate. You'll need that. You may need to have a business, but I think there are ways around that, is you just, you know, put it underneath of your personal name. So I'm registered as my business and with my resale license, but you can see all these different companies that are here. Today we're going to be focusing on Target. I may do some other videos in the future for some of these other companies, but basically if you make your way down, you'll see here Target, and we can click see liquidation auctions, and then these are all the auctions that are available today. So, you know, this is overstocked furniture, 2 boxes of electronics. Now, I think if I'm logged in, let me log in real quick, because you're going to get a little bit better view if I'm logged in. Okay, here we go. So now that I'm logged in, you'll see it changes it. You get some more information. Some of that information is hidden to those who don't have an account. And sorry, I'm not looking directly at the camera. I'm kind of, my screen's over here and my camera's up here. But 4 pallets of small appliances. It's $9,000 worth of product, and right now the current bid is $1,300 plus shipping. Scroll down. 8 pallets of lawn and garden. 3 pallets of Target store music. $91,000 worth of music products, and current bid is $12,000. So that one might be something worth looking at. And the way I do it is I will right click. There was 1 or 2 I was interested in, but and we'll get to that. I'll open a few up. But I go through pretty quickly because I'm looking at the quantity of pallets versus the value. So 7 pallets for $12,000 is kind of a lower, it's a lot of space for a smaller amount of value. I'd rather find one like, let's see here. So normally, like for instance, this one's 5 pallets for $35,000. So less space, but much higher value. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe. There will be in this video, you will actually see the inventory that I purchased. So let's look at let's do 3 and then we'll go to the one that I bought. So this first one I opened up, it's 3 pallets of Target store music. These are guest returns and it's 4,000 units. So Target has, sometimes they'll give you an item number and other times they'll give you a UPC. I prefer when they do give you the UPC, but there is a way to convert these item numbers to UPC. I've built kind of a workaround for that. That would have to be another video because this is more of like an entry-level video for those who are just looking to get into buying liquidation. So you'll see, Taylor Swift here. There's 39 Taylor Swift. This could be a CD. It could be a record. I'm not 100% sure. The retail value is $25. So there's almost $1,000 of that one exact album. Alan Jackson. There's 42 of those. $700. And what you would want to do is you would want to take and look up some of these and see what they're actually going for and try to come up with a value of the lot. So if this Taylor Swift CD is only selling for say $10, well, this is almost 2.5 times. They're estimating the value, the retail value is 2.5 times the resale value. So that's a big difference. And what you can do is if you take a pretty big sampling of that, and I also have a calculator that I use. So when they figure out, say, on average the entire lot is 40% inflated, you would put that in. And then you'd say maybe there's 10 or 20% loss. You can put that number in. And what you'll do is you'll break it down to around what you think you should be able to buy it for in order to make a profit. So it works pretty good. Once you get the hang of it, you really don't need to do that. You can just do it off the top of your head. But typically records are going to be 2 to 3 times. So when they say 90,000, this is probably only $30,000 to $40,000 in resale value. Just a ballpark. I don't know for sure, but let's just say it's 30. You would want to buy that $30,000 worth of stuff for say 10 to 15,000, and that's about right where it's at. All right, so actually I switched the address from my home address to the warehouse, and it's $680 for shipping. So not too bad for that lot. This is not a lot that I'm interested in. I do not buy music in bulk. It's just not in my business model right now. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. I'm going to pass on this one. All right, so this is 5 pallets of jewelry, lawn and garden, and more. All right, so what I'm looking at when I'm thinking about this is like the top 10 items. So they normally sort it by the most value in the lot. And how well do I think I can sell those top 10 items? Because a lot of times they're going to be where most of the value comes from. And in this case, there's not a lot of value in the top 10 items, which makes me believe that there's a lot of value spread out across the huge quantity of items, which is going to be the case here. So I like to see when like there's a couple thousand of one item, a couple thousand of another item, and you'll see that in the lot that I purchased. In this case, there are 65 Southern Turf Builder fertilizers, so 65 bags of fertilizer that are worth $25, so $1,600. I do not want my #1 product in this case for reselling online to be bags of fertilizer. That just does not make sense. So right off the bat, I know that this is not going to be a good auction for me. And I mean a little bit, I sell a lot on Amazon, but most of that's like wholesale type stuff, not necessarily liquidation. You do need to be careful selling liquidation products on Amazon, but that's a whole nother story. And then the third thing would be like locally through flea markets, warehouse sales, and Facebook Marketplace. So those are my main options. Would this turf builder sell good locally? Possibly, but you know, that's probably a pallet or two of just fertilizer, and I don't want to take that chance. It's just not worth it to me. There's so much inventory that comes up all the time. So we're going to skip that one and go to one more. Here we have 5 pallets of cosmetics, personal care, skincare. It's $31,000 in estimated retail. The #1 item is a $16 Yes to Grapefruit. It's basically a face mask. So that's $1,000 worth of that product. Then you have these Braun and Oral-B electric toothbrushes. Those are $300 a piece. Sonic Care toothbrush. There's a couple high dollar items there. They're still not the quantities I like to see. I like to see when there's like 40, 50, 100, 300, a high quantity of good items, because I'm willing to pay a little bit more. Basically, all it's going to boil down to is you're just going to have a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s. So if I scroll down to the bottom of this list, look at all these single items. So these are all unique items. They're all different, and that's stuff that I try to avoid. It's probably pretty good for the flea market, but my primary income I want to sell online, and then the extra stuff should be for the flea market. So what we can do is, let's just say we're interested in this lot. You know, we saw a couple really good items we wanted. The price is right, but now we need to do a little bit of research. So I will basically just take that UPC. I'm not sure why it's taking me here. Cut this part out. I'm not sure why it's doing incognito anymore. Alright. Alright, so what I would do for the case of that product is I would go to eBay, I would go to selling, and then I would go to research, Terapeak product research, and then I would put the item in and find out what the sales history looks like. So for this particular item, within the last year, for those sellers that put the UPC in, 67 have sold. Now, that doesn't mean 67 individual. That's like 67 listings sold once, you know, 67 times. So, for instance, my point being is this is a 3-pack. So that 3-pack sold 11 times. That's more quantity than 67 units. If you add in all the 3-packs, 2-packs, 5-packs, more than 67 actual individual units sold. But it's just letting you know that there were 67 listings that sold, and some of them multiple times. So this person's doing a 3-pack for $13.65. Now if we go back, this item has a retail value of $16. So if you bought it, say you got this auction for 10% of retail. So after shipping and everything, we paid $3,100. That would mean you're paying $1.60 a piece for these, and if you're doing a 3-pack, you're going to have to multiply that by 3. So that's going to be what, 3, 4, we'll say about $5 roughly, $4.50, something like that. $4.50, $5 is your cost for these, and you're only going to get $13, $12. This person's selling 5-pack for $16. So you're, after shipping and everything, you're probably not even doubling your money. So in that quick bit of research, I'm able to say, well, this item here does not seem like a good value, or that it's worth picking up, and that's your main item. So the ones I'm interested in, I like to look at like the top 10 items and be sure like 6 to 8 of them are pretty good sellers, or I can at least recoup, maybe even double my money locally by doing just a quick flip. So let's jump into what I actually did buy. I'm gonna pull up my account. Alright, so I won 5 pallets of pet supplies, cosmetics, personal care items. It was 3,800 units, and I won that for $32.52. Now there was shipping involved in that. The total fee for everything was a little bit over $3,800. Plus I had a $30 bank transfer. You have to wire B-Stock the money in order to pay for the auction. So I actually had to physically go to the bank and wire a check to them. Keep that in mind. It is a little bit of a hassle, but it's the way they do it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get to the manifest. I forgot that when you've already won the auction, it doesn't actually show you the manifest. So you have to go and download it. And then we'll open it up as soon as it's done scanning. Alright, so here is the same list you would have seen that they show you on the website. It's just that you can actually physically download it. And let me show you why I wanted to bid on this auction. Do you see these quantities now? And do you see how many there are of the same thing? Look at these. Much different scenario than some of the other ones that are active right now. 80 of those, 70, 50, 48, 60s. Check these out, 336, 312. And this is actually the same item, so that is 648. What they will do is, if it's over multiple pallets, they'll list it twice and they'll include how many are on each pallet. So they normally will give you a pallet number or description, and that's why. So see how this is pallet 138041 and this is 39. So this product, there's 336 on one pallet and 312 on the other. Now this is a dog Nerf toy. It's a stretch toy that is not a crazy fast seller, but it's a pretty cool product, and I think they just wanted to liquidate it. Maybe it wasn't selling well at the stores. Now this product here is selling well on Amazon, and this is a one of the Nerf blasters. So let me just show you real quick. So here's the Nerf toy. Petco has it for $13.99. Target has it for $9.99, and that's the one that there's 600 of. Now I have already won this auction, so I have 600 of these coming in. That's pretty awesome. I mean, even if I can get, I would probably do lots. If I did 2-pack for $12.95, my cost is only $2. So really good potential product there, potential profit. Let me show you this one here. Now the reason I'm not copying UPC because there isn't one, so you would basically have to convert this target item number to UPC, which I will be doing another video on how to do that for anyone that's interested. But for now, I'm just typing it in and you'll get the idea. So here it is at Target. This is the Nerf gun. So there were 120 of these, and they're $25 a piece. Now on Amazon, these are going for $34.95, so even higher than the retail value. So these are the types of lots that I'm looking for. There's tons of makeup in here, and when you see the quantities like 96, 72, a lot of times that means that it's case packed. So even numbers that, this is probably 10 cases of 12 for this toy right here. Keep that in mind, because a lot of times you'll end up getting brand new product, and what is being categorized as, if we look here, it was grade A. I believe they still called it guest returns. No, this was a grade A lot, so I bought it at the pricing, which would be similar to returns, but I actually made out pretty good. I'm surprised other people didn't bid as high. Normally you'll see the shelf pools and the grade A merchandise being closer to like 15 to 20%, and I end up paying like 11% of retail. So that's how I do it. That's how you can go on. Anybody can sign up. All you need is that reseller certificate and potentially a business license. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not sure if they changed the policy or not. And you can go on and bid on lots like this one. You have all these different lots. And if you guys do like this content, I can go in and do some other in-depth videos on how to go and really research the lots. I didn't want to make this too long because we still need to go down to the warehouse and check out all the products that are included in that lot. So stay tuned, and there'll be some more to come. All right, guys, so it's been a few days, and I am down at the warehouse. The delivery actually came this week. So it came in, no issues. I wasn't even here, but obviously we have a loading dock and forklift. This is my buddy's shop, so he runs a business out of here, but I rent some space from him. Basically, I pretty much rent the majority of these 3 racks here and then this area. So I can also take deliveries, so it really helps out with getting loads of inventory. So this is the $44,000 worth of Target merchandise that I paid $3,800 including shipping. So the winning bid was $3,200. I'm already pretty excited because what I was hoping when I was referring to like the when there's large quantities, so like 300 or 600 of the same item, is that it would be case packed. So here's a perfect example. These are full cases. Now I haven't opened them yet, but one could assume these are going to be full cases, all brand new product. So entire pallet there and another entire pallet here. These all look, this one doesn't quite look case packed. Looks like maybe somebody filled that box. Some of those, see how they're bulging over? Those have been opened and refilled, so I'm not sure about those. These look pretty good. These types of boxes normally are going to have the mixed goods. So it's going to be mixed. It could be anything in there. You know, a lot of the makeup and stuff that was in this lot will probably be in boxes like that. And then the random items, some of the bigger stuff, they just pile up right on top. Here's like a dog bowl in there. Here's a dog bed. This is a little dust buster. And then same thing here. These bigger boxes will just have tons of random stuff in them. So all this stuff will have to be gone through, sorted out. This here is a pallet of all those paper towels and toilet paper, except for there's the 2 Hoover vacuum cleaners there, the steam clean. And then, yeah, then there's one box, one of these big boxes. But yeah, look, Nerf dog. So, fingers crossed, I'm thinking I did pretty good. I'm gonna set up. I got my like workstation over here. I need to roll over, get in place. I'll probably set up just right here and do a little bit of unboxing. Probably won't bore you with this video of like all the unboxing. This is more of like how to do it. So if I come across any tips of what I'm doing, like for instance, like scanning the products and trying to find how many I have in the inventory and then what I'm gonna do with it from there, I will fill you guys in. But I'm not gonna do a full like unboxing for this. It's just too much stuff. This will probably take me about three days part-time. So like 3, maybe like 4-hour days, and 2 of the days I'll have a helper. So it shouldn't be too bad. Mostly like these boxes take the longest to go through and scan everything. Obviously these really don't have to do a whole lot with once we find out if they're good or not. Obviously that pallet back there is going to be easy. So 1, 2, these 3 pallets are all going to be quick. These 2 pallets are going to take a while. So that's what I'm up to. I appreciate you guys watching and stay tuned for more. All right, as you can see, it only takes a minute or 2 for me to set up. Just a quick time lapse there of me setting my table and grabbing my computer, getting my scanner. So basically my laptop, a scanner, a scale are like the three main things that I need for just trying to process what to do with the inventory as I'm going through it. You'll obviously need things like tape and all the standard, you know, razor knife, all the necessities, but those are things that kind of I have to have to do this process. So quick moment of truth though. Let's see what these Nerf toys look like, if they are in fact brand new case packed. So there's the first case right off the top, and it's still completely sealed up. So I'm 99% sure these are going to be brand new. And they are. So awesome. I have an entire pallet of these. It's about, I believe, 600. So it's an item that will never go out of, you know, out of style, or it's an item that'll never be worth nothing, at least. Some things expire, some things just aren't worth, you know, after a couple years, they kind of dwindle. This is a pretty cool toy. It comes in a 2-pack right here, but you could obviously separate it and sell it as individuals. So these were regularly $9.99. I paid 11%. For the purpose of this part of the video, I'm just gonna round everything to 10%. It's only gonna be like for every $1, it'll be a penny difference. So $10 items, 10 cents more. So technically I paid $1.10 for this. But you know, as we go, I'll just say 10%. So like I paid $1 a piece for these. So that was $2 for those 2. And there's a whole case of them. And there are 24 in a box. So that is awesome. And as you can see, there's an entire pallet of those. All the boxes look to be about the same brand new condition. So this is a long-term item. This might take me, say, 2 years to sell them all. But if I'm getting 10 bucks a piece, I'm gonna profit probably $3 to $4 profit on each one. So this is about a $2,000 profit when I sell them all. Really excited about that, really good item. I didn't really necessarily want to start opening these yet, but I know this part of the video I probably won't, I'm not gonna do like a whole unboxing here. I'll probably have another video that kind of recaps the buy. So these, what are these? Okay, so these are like another dog toy. Oh, these are the boombox chew toys. Kind of make a squeaky toy. Summer barbecue. So that's those. So to me, it looks like they took a different box and filled those up. So I think this pallet here is going to be a combination of hand sanitizers and dog toys. Because if you remember, there's a lot of hand sanitizers in this lot too. So let me get my computer. My computer just booted up. Get that finished set up. I'll get my list up so I can start scanning. All right, guys, so I got my table set up, my computer set up, and I'm going to start on this first pallet because it's kind of in the way. Once that one's done, I'll probably shift everything down a little bit because I'm pretty tight over on this side. So I'm going to open this up and basically show you a few items that are handy, and then when I'm done that, I want to show you what I'm doing on the computer. So let's get to it. Want to be careful not to cut this dog bed. And the ultimate goal is the more stuff that's new, the better I'll do. So something like this is still sealed up. It has them all in there. It looks like the package may be cracked a little bit, so that's why it was considered to be salvaged. These little guys here, these little dog toys are brand new. Don't see anything wrong with those. There's 2 of them. Some hand soap, looks good. So far, I mean, brand new Philips charger. So you can see the Target label there. So what I'll do is I'll have eBay open, I'll have my Amazon account open, and then the main thing I use is this program where basically I take the list of everything I bought and I put it in an Excel sheet that's just basically the UPC, the item, the quantity, and the price. And then this program I built will, when I scan it, it'll search so this one was not found. Now the reason that could be is a couple things. One is that if Target took it off of their database and they're not selling it anymore, I wasn't able to get the UPC for the product. So let's try a different one. I think I got about 90% of them now. See, that one did come up. Chic Extreme. So I have one of these. Their retail value is $9.99. My program's telling me if I wanted to, basically I do 50 to 60% off at the flea market, and then I negotiate, and the more people buy, the better deal I get. So this one would get a $5 sticker. So that would go in a $5 box. Let's check out these bark toys. So this is the Birds in Play. So basically I just go up one, scan that. Now I have 5 of these. Even though there's 2 in this box, there's 3 more. They're $11.99, and my flea market price would be $6. I would actually probably round that down to $5. And what I'm going to do now is see if they're actually selling on eBay at all. And I scan it, and currently there are no solds for the UPC and no active. So no one is currently selling this. I believe this brand may even be a Target brand, Bark. I don't know if Target bought them or what, but it doesn't seem like they're that big online yet. So if anybody knows Bark, I'm not sure where they came from. It says they're from New York. It seems like pretty quality toys, but those are not going to be a great item. Now this is an iRobot. These are the vacuum pads. So let's check this out. So this one I should hopefully be able to get a good scan on. Tell me how many I have. All right, now maybe it's the other UPC. Yes, so there's 2 UPCs. Target's actually got the bottom one as the UPC. So I have 4 of these. They're $7.99. My estimated price is $4. So let's go ahead over and check eBay. Close this Rakuten. Okay, so active, the average selling price active is $13.72, and The solds are going to come up probably a little less than that, around $10 a piece. This person sold them for $12.58, and they've sold 8 of them. This guy's selling a lot of 2 for $8.49 plus $4.95 shipping. I say this guy or gal, could be a girl or a woman, I should say. So yeah, these are about $10 a box, and I have 4 of them. So here's 1, 2. Oh, that's different. So I have 2 in this box. So that means there's, well, actually this is different as well. It's different. So there's only 1 in this box. But you kind of get the gist of what I'm going to do. So what's going to happen is I'll make a decision whether to flea market these or list them. These might be a decision I'll make down the road, and if that's the case, I'll just put it in the eBay box for now. Something like this is going to be the $5 flea market box. This is going to be eBay. I'm pretty confident these are worth selling. I just didn't come up with my scan. The other thing I'll do once I get off of here is I'll scan it straight. I can do that now. Just scan it right on the Terapeak and kind of give me an idea of what it's going for. So this one here is going on average for 11 bucks. So not too bad after shipping and everything. You're looking at $4 to $5 back, and I'm guessing that I probably paid like $1 or $2 for that. So this one's borderline. Typically I try to be on first class, like $12.95 or $14.95 or more. This one's coming in a little, just a bit lower. If I had 2, definitely would do that. Now, what's interesting is these do say iRobot, provide a jet. The one's green and one's blue, and they are different numbers, so I'll have to check those. So these are iRobots, they're just a different one. I'll have to look into that. Oh, here's a big elf brush set. It looks like it's been opened or the package has been damaged. So far, I mean, everything's looking pretty decent. I think I might have lucked out. Sometimes you get a lot of used returns, and sometimes you get a lot of brand new stuff. It just depends. This one's been opened, definitely opened, definitely salvage tag. Not seeing a whole lot of the clearance, like Target clearance stickers either. A lot of salvage stickers. So that's what I'm up to. I'm gonna go through a couple boxes, and then I'll update you guys. It doesn't make sense for me to sit here. I know the camera's kind of all over the place. I don't have anybody here helping me today. My helper will not be down possibly tomorrow, but definitely on Saturday. Today's Thursday. So I have a few hours, about 4 hours. I'm gonna work on this stuff, see if I can't get through at least 1 pallet, and then we should be able to knock out the other 2. And the ones that are all cases are gonna be super easy to fly through. And basically that's gonna be more of like taking that to long-term storage. So like loading up the truck and taking that to where I store stuff for long periods of time. So this place I kind of store some stuff, but work out of, and keep my flea market stuff here. I have my long-term storage, the farmhouse, is where I keep overstock stuff. So that's how I do it. Stay tuned, and I'll show you what else I find.